guys, Teddy here, and today we're putting money into the test. We're gonna get the most expensive tech gadgets and find their cheaper alternatives and see which one are better. Are the most expensive really worth your money? Or the cheapest gadgets are the secret MVP? We're talking about smartphones, laptops, smartwatches, and much more just to see which one fits your budget and your needs. We all know that we usually buy gadgets of what we're gonna do with them, our needs, not because oh it's trendy or oh there is a new Samsung phone, I have to upgrade from my last one even though it works perfectly fine. Same thing for iPhone or any other phone. Yes, people like this exist who are switching literally every year because a new device came out, but it doesn't mean that if you're on a budget you can find something which actually works well and satisfies your needs. So let's see what these gadgets are. First, I'll start with a tech gadget that we use every single day, and this is a smartphone. We are glued to a smartphone. This is kind of like the world we're living in right now. But they're expensive and cheaper options. It really depends on what you're doing. If you're a content creator, probably you need a good camera, and having a more expensive phone, which has a good camera, is a must. But if you're not a content creator, you just want to text people, view social media, post random things, yes, a cheaper option might be good for you. So expensive phones, iPhone 16 Pro Max, or you can take the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. The 256 gigabytes are over $1,000 already. So you can imagine how the prices are rising up when you're upgrading the storage. But a cheaper option is this Android phone, which literally you can find on Amazon for $50. Yes, it can make calls, you can browse on social media, you can text people. So pretty much what else do you need? Yes, compared to these high-end phones, it's nothing like, probably the camera is not even worth it. But if you're not gonna use it on a daily basis, you're not gonna post, technically, if you were on a budget as well, this $50 phone might be what you're looking for. The next category is laptops. Personally, I love my laptop so much, I can live without it. Every single day I'm using it for different tasks. And this is where I do my main activities. I don't have a PC. We had one at home, but pretty much nobody is using it because now we're just using laptops. They are portable and you can carry them everywhere around. So I know how crucial it is for some people to have a laptop. And I believe that if you have a laptop, you don't need to have a PC. But of course, cheaper and expensive options. For expensive, there is no doubt that I'm gonna say the MacBook Pro with M4 Max. If you get the 16-inch with 8 terabytes and Logic and Final Cut Pro, you can get up to $8,000. You see, maybe you need that much storage, but this is so expensive and it really means that you have to use all its capabilities. Because if you're a person who just browses online most of the time, writes simple Word documents or PowerPoint presentations, you don't need that powerful machine. And for a cheaper alternative, I'm gonna recommend a Chromebook. Yes, you can find up to $200, one even cheaper on Amazon, and I have to say they're a great opportunity. Of course, these are for non-hard intensive tasks, but if your day-to-day is just browsing Word documents, PowerPoint presentations, simple tasks, you really should consider getting this option. Let's talk a little bit about wrist tech, shall we? Yes, I am talking about smartwatches. So first I have to say that not everybody is wearing a smartwatch, and that is fine. If you're not gonna use it for anything else besides just checking the time, you really don't need to get a smartwatch. You can just get a regular one. But for all the fitness enthusiasts, this might come in handy. I got an Apple Watch because I have an iPhone, so it connects the best. But they are brands who design their smartwatches so they can work with any phone, not only with iPhone but with any Android phone as well. Of course, like with every other tech, they are cheaper and more expensive alternatives, and it really depends on how enthusiastic you are about your fitness. So for expensive, I can recommend the Apple Watch Ultra 2 or any on the Samsung's smartwatches. Yes, they are high-end expensive, but they can do a lot more capabilities than my cheaper option, which is this $30 smartwatch from Amazon. Yes, Fitbits exist, but they might be out of someone's price ranges who really just wants a step tracker and to track their calories. So budget is important. If you really want ECG to have messages, calls, all this premium stuff, yes, you can go high-end, get Apple or Samsung or any other high-end brand. But if you're looking for just a cheaper alternative, Amazon has this for you. Next, we are going for earbuds. Yes, people like to listen to music when they're going to the gym. I can live without this, especially when I'm traveling. This is my go-to thing, listening to music. An expensive option will be the AirPods Pro 2. I bought these last year, and honestly, I was hoping you shouldn't pay that much for them, but the best decision I have ever made. Like, these are amazing, and once you get them, you're not gonna need a replacement anytime soon, in case if you lost them or something happens to them. But I do have to say they're a great option. But not everybody wants to pay like $250 for freaking AirPods. So I found this cheaper option on Amazon for $10. Yes, I don't believe they have the noise cancellation, which honestly was the game changer for me when I got my AirPods. But if you just want to listen to music while you're going to the gym, while you're walking, traveling, whatever you're doing, this cheaper option might be the best for you. And also they come in variety of colors, so it's really your choice. You have color option, and also the price is good. You gotta make some sacrifices compared to the AirPods, but we're talking about a $10 earbuds, so you have to agree that this is a good deal. Next, I will talk about keyboards. Imagine that you want to build this ultimate desk setup. Well, it really depends on if you want to do it on a budget or you have no problem spending a little bit more on a keyboard. So for my expensive choice, I can recommend you this from Logitech. Yes, Logitech are a famous brand. They're doing keyboards and mice for years, and they have one of the best ones. So you're not gonna get disappointed if you get one of their products. But not everybody wants to spend that much when it comes to a keyboard. So I can recommend you this from Amazon, which is literally under $20. It's a wireless one, so all you need is a USB-C connector, and there you go. And honestly, it looks nice. Yeah, definitely not the best experience at typing compared to the Logitech, but if you're looking to cut the budget a little bit, this one will be just right for you. Of course, when you have a keyboard, you will need a mouse as well, and it really depends on if you want a gaming mouse or just a basic mouse. So for expensive choice, I can get you this by Asus on Amazon. It's almost $300. If you're really using it to browse and just do basic stuff with it, no gaming involved, I don't think you need to spend $300 on a mouse. But if you want to cut costs, I literally can recommend you this one. I found on Amazon for literally under $10, and it's wireless as well. I think that wireless devices nowadays are much preferred compared to wired. Well, it really depends on what your working station is, and if you want to cut costs when it comes to managing your cables, definitely wireless is the way to go. But again, budget versus unlimited budget. So, what's the verdict of all this? Expensive, high-end, premium, whatever you want to call them, they have a lot more features for which, of course, you have to pay the price, and they make our life easier. But we also have a cheaper alternatives pretty much for every single one of these devices. Yes, they can work, especially if we are on a budget and we need the basics out of it. For example, as I said, when it comes to a smartwatch, if you only need a step tracker, calories, and just to count your workout, you can go for under $30 and get one, not to get a high-end Apple Watch or a Samsung Galaxy Watch or any of these brands, because it's not necessary. But it really depends on what you're going to be doing with these devices, how you're going to use them, and if you want to be on a budget or not. But I can say there is no tech device which doesn't have a cheaper alternative. It depends on you, when and how do you want to spend your money. Okay guys, that was the video. Hope you enjoyed. Comment down below what is your favorite tech gadget that you own. It could be your smartphone, your headphones, your smartwatch if you have one. I pretty much use my phone all the time, but also I do use my laptop a lot more often than my phone, so I might have to say that my laptop is my favorite device. Yes, I'm thinking of upgrading it, but just a laptop in general is super important for me. And I believe that if you are a university student or someone who just works on the go, laptops are a must. But that was the video. Hope you enjoyed. Please smash that like button if you like this video, share it with friends. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, turn on the bell so you know whenever I post new videos, and I'm gonna see you next time. Bye!